Yeah, thank you very much, Taoiseach. I very much welcome, my group very much welcome your presidency and your experience. After all, it's not the first time that Ireland is doing it. And I can tell you, you will need all the skills to make progress. Why? Because I think the most important task that you have now is to fight what I should call in the Union for the moment complacency. Fight against complacency shall be your first and most important task, because that is what threatens the Union today. There are many member states, there are many national political leaders who think that they can escape this crisis by doing nothing at all, by saying, is it really necessary to do more and a greater integration of the European Union to solve this crisis? Is it not more simple to follow simply the miracle man, Mr. Draghi? Is it not enough? And I think that they are wrong, and that we need structural solutions, and that you, Mr. Kenny, as the leader of a country that has suffered strongly from the crisis, must remind your colleagues in the Council of the importance of establishing permanent solutions, structural solutions, a more integrated Europe, a fiscal union, a banking union, an economic union, and finally also a political union. So I think that should be an enormous achievement if in the next 6 months, instead of that they think, okay, crisis is over, it's not necessary to go further in the direction of a more integrated Europe, you have to say, stop, no, it's wrong. We need, and the experience of Ireland, I think, is a good experience to show to them. I want to come in on 3 specific issues. The further strengthening of the Stability Pact, the 2-pack. Well, there is a proposal done by a majority in this House, and it has been sent to the Commission already in December of last year. So we wait for a response. So I think we can find a solution if the Commission can take over what we have sent to them. Second point, the single supervisory mechanism. We have to be sure at the end that it is a generally European mechanism and not an amalgamation of national supervisors. And also in that area, Mr. Kenny, I think that you can show with the Irish experience how a good European single supervisor should have solved in advance problems in Ireland that Ireland is facing today. And then finally, the most important thing in the next 6 months, it's work from the European Commission, but can be influenced by you, also with your experience, is the resolution mechanism. I have to tell you that we have no banking union if you don't have a serious resolution fund. We all agree on that. I don't think that there is a misunderstanding about that. But what I see as a first draft reported by the IFT worries me deeply. I shall finish, Mr. President, if it interests maybe also our British colleagues to hear something about the resolution mechanism. What I have seen in the FT, Mr. President of the Commission, is not a real European mechanism. It has to be a European mechanism, not member states who are still responsible for their banking debt. It has to split banking debt from sovereigns.
Herr Verhofstadt, Sie müssen trotzdem zum Ende kommen.
The only way to do is So my conclusion is, apply your experience, Mr. Kenny. I think what is good for Ireland can be good for you.